Hello, I'm Kevin Garcia. Welcome to the A-List. My guest on this edition is John Chranka. Welcome to the program, Mr. Chranka.
Glad to be here.
So can you tell me what branch of the military you were in?
I was in the 1st Infantry Division, the 16th Regiment.
And what was your inspiration for joining the military?
Why?
Why did you join?
Because of Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
I joined in December 8th. Pearl Harbor was December 7th of 41, and I joined December 8th of 1941. And I went in right after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
See, but I was only 20 years old. I wasn't 21. And when you're in enlistment, you got to be at 21. And I told them I was 21. They didn't say anything, so I got in.
So you lied to them, basically, to
Huh?
get in. You lied to them, basically.
1 year.
Well, that's, Pearl Harbor was, I can understand trying to get it, understand 100%. And do you have any memorable stories about what happened while you were in the service?
What happened?
Any stories?
Well, I mean, when I first went in 1942, we invaded North Africa in Algiers. And the Vichy French were shooting at us. And they were on the German side. And all of a sudden, they turned all the way around and joined the Americans. Mm. Would you believe that?
Yeah.
The Vichy French.
Uh-huh.
And they kept, we kept asking them, what are you shooting for, at us for, Well, we were supposed to, or something like that,
Yeah. Mix up.
The Italians were being pushed by the Germans, and they were the ones that had the most casualties, the Italians. And it was mostly, not much infantry, but tank warfare.
Oh, armored, yeah.
The Desert Fox was Rommel.
Yep.
And I remember when he was in Kasserine Pass, when he let all our tanks in there and not fired a shot until he had them in there. Then they opened up on them.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the worst disasters that Patton had ever had, He lost all them tanks and all those men. And that was a big turning point of but what we had, we outnumbered them. If they had one, we had 10 to 1, you know what I mean? And they extended their line for equipment and food and stuff like that. They ran out, see, and we took over.
Huh.
And then around 10 days prior to that, I was on an outpost, right?
Yeah.
In Matur, that was the name of the town, and it was Hill 609. And all of a sudden, I heard a rouse, and the guy had a bayonet right in my belly.
Huh.
And I got captured right there. I didn't know where he come from or what. So they took us into Tunis, And for we sat there about 8 days, eating hardly nothing, just, I don't know what it was, I was hungry and I was all full of urine for everything,
Prisoner, yeah.
A big mess, And all of a sudden, here comes Rommel walking right by me. He looked me in the eye,
Really? Wow.
Honest to God.
Wow.
Field Marshal Rommel. And they left. And I heard him say something about shooting to shoot us, And he said no. So they just left us and they went. And the British come and took us over.
Wow.
And I got back to my outfit. And then from then, I was supposed to actually go home. But we made maneuvers and stuff and invaded Sicily, July 10th of 1943.
Yeah.
So I made actually North Africa, Sicily, and Normandy. I made 3 invasions. Not many guys will live in us tell you about that.
No, not at all. I guess it's.
But I'm still here.
Yep.
And I'm 90 years old, you know, and so.
Could you tell us anything about the invasion of Normandy?
Well, it was. If we wouldn't have made it, the main thing was the salt boats we run. We call them the Higgins boats.
The Higgins boats.
You know.
I've heard of them.
And Eisenhower said that was a turning point of the war. Those boats won the war for us because, you know, they brought us into Normandy and onto the shore and everything. Without them, and if we'd have lost ground there, we'd have lost the war.
Yeah.
And it was the turning point of the whole war right there, Normandy. That's what he said. He was right, you know. Then after that, we just kept rolling, and we outnumbered them and overran them.
I understand you were on Omaha Beach.
Right.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, they consider that one of the biggest parts of that of the invasion.
Definitely.
And I was in the first wave. One of the first to land. In fact, I could have been. I ain't saying I was the first.
Yeah.
But I was one of the first. And according to that article in the Tribune, it states in there that I was one of the first to land on Normandy Beach. Omaha Beach, actually.
So what exactly? Do you remember it? You remember
Do I
that?
remember it?
The day?
Like if it happened yesterday.
Can you tell us about it?
Well, it was, to say I wasn't scared, I'd be lying to you, because I was as scared as anybody, you know? But I never, you know, what I had to do, I did. If I was supposed to die for my country, I'm going.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to
That's
think.
the only way. To win the war, you can't give up. If you give up, you're going to lose. And I encircled around the guys, and I seen this machine gun. I thought, you know, like it was a machine gun and it was firing at us, and I threw a hand grenade high. So if I threw it low, they could have thrown it out.
Yep.
I threw it high, so it went like a 3-pointer, you know, right in there. And I got the Silver Star for that.
That's how I got the. Is this a picture of you when earlier or later?
Earlier, when I first went in.
So this is when within a year of when you first joined?
Yeah, I say that would be 42. That would probably be.
Well, that's amazing.
That was
That's an
at
amazing
Camp
story.
Waller's, Texas. You know,
Training.
and then from there we went to Indiantown Gap, and we got on the Normandy. We got on the Queen Mary, the whole 1st Division, and went over to England. And from there we went to North Africa, and to Sicily, and to Normandy.
That's a lot of fighting. How was your training? Was it extremely hard?
No. The training?
Back then, how was it?
Well, it was rough. You know, it was not easy. You know, but I got through it all right. You know.
Yeah.
I never I never quit. I was always, you know, what everybody said to do, I did.
That's how you got to do. And now you earn a Silver Star.
Yeah.
Now, when you're speaking of medals, where is a Silver Star?
Right below the first. First comes the Congressional Medal of Honor. Then comes I don't know, some other one. Then comes the Silver Star, about 3rd. And that's ranked as one of the highest.
I understand it's extremely hard to get.
Pardon?
Extremely hard to earn.
It is hard to earn. Everybody had, you know, there may be about 10 of us in that whole hospital that got it. And I'm the only guy in that whole hospital that ever did Normandy. That's living yet. I don't know if anybody else was there, but, you know, they might have made it and died. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
but I'm the only guy that's living that made it.
Well, it's nice to Nice to know somebody. It's it's amazing. And this is, what is this right here? It's if you want to hold that up, that's you when you were.
I was in training in Camp Waller, Texas. Mm-hmm. That's in what was the name of the big town there? Whatever it was.
This is when you're holding a guitar. Were you this is when you were trying out for.
I was in a boot camp, like, you know, you get 13 weeks basic training, and this was when I was in there.
But this is you were trying for a part, I think, for a play or movie.
No,
something like that.
It was a screen test. Mm-hmm. We went to 3 of us, a guy named Corbin, me, and Calabrese. We went on a bus to Hollywood. And there we seen a big sign, screen test today. So I got off, you know.
Yeah.
And I went in.
Give it a shot.
Give it see what happens. And they dressed me up in a cowboy uniform and says, "You're in." And I said, "I can't be in because I'm in the Army," you know.
Yeah.
And the guy said, "What?"
He
said, "Well, come back after the war." I never went back.
That's too
But
bad.
I met Gene Autry and Hood Gibson. A couple of the cowboys in them days, you know.
Yeah.
And the main one I met was Lana Turner. And I met Paulette Garter. I met a few others, you know. But my main one was her.
Yeah.
And in my mind was, I got to be old enough to marry that woman, you know.
Yeah.
She thought a lot about me, you know. I thought about her. And she was 4 years older than me. You know, I was 21 or in early 20s. She was about 25.
Yeah.
But
so throughout your entire experience of the war, and you look back on it, would you have done anything differently?
No. All was I'm lucky I got out alive, and a lot of guys didn't. And I think of those guys.
Yeah.
Good friends of mine, and how many guys were my age that never got home to their family.
Yeah.
Great guys, you know. And I could name you a bunch of them, you know. They're in my mind the rest of my life.
Yeah. That's.
You know, it's just like now with this war going on, with these young guys dying, right?
Yeah.
Left and right. And that was the same thing with us. During World War II.
They all have families and.
Yeah. You know, World War II guys are dying 1,500 a day.
I know.
They're just like the World War I guys. Within the next 2 years, 10 years, there won't be nobody. I won't be here. There won't be nobody from World War I, II, I mean.
Yeah.
In the next 10 years. If I'm 90, they're gonna be 100, right? They ain't gonna make it. Because I'm not gonna make it.
Well, it's an amazing thing. There are a few people who have done what you've done.
That's what I'm saying.
Very few.
Very few guys reach 90. Very few.
Well, it's extremely proud to have you here, and I can understand it's an honor. It's truly an honor. So it's nice to meet you.
And I'm glad I met you, Kevin.
Yes.
And you got a great dad.
Thank you. So this is my guest, Mr. Chranka. I'm Kevin Garcia, and thank you for watching the A-List.